Today on Megadad's Live, we're joined by Eric once again for our spoiler chat on Resident Evil 9 Requiem. We're doing super positives with recommendations of how not to throw your back out on a trampoline. And we're wrapping things up with the caboose and a recommendation for the all-new season of Scrubs. Now let's start the show.
I got super glue all over my hands.
Uh-oh.
I've reached dad age where, like, the kids break everything, and the ultimate fix is just glue it, right?
Yes.
So I'm constantly just gluing shit all the time, and I end up gluing my hands more than the things that I'm trying to fix. Are you a fix-it guy?
Oh, there's a power drill over there somewhere.
I see that. I didn't know if that was just for show.
It is.
Megadad's Live is a mature-rated podcast. It's for the Megadads, the Mega Moms, but not the Mega Kids. So put on those earmuffs and let's go!
No, it's not. We're actually, we got my bonus and tax return, and we're like throwing money at this basement. And
Yeah?
I can try to fix stuff, but I get frustrated really quickly. The ADHDer in me is like, if I can't do it the first try, I expect myself to already know how to do all this stuff, then I kind of stop doing it. But I try. We actually, my 2-year-old, we have those like honeycomb blinds. They're like blackout and they're like paper, effectively. He put his hands through them and separated it. So super glue to fix that. Right now we have Dorito clips on there.
See, that's, if I was helping you in your basement, I'd be like super gluing the plywood.
Yes.
Everything,
fuck nails. Just super glue it.
Put the drill down. I got this. And then I'd be like stuck to your walls for like forever until you peel it off. But my kids just break. They buy all these little knick-knacky things. And today, I was opening like a junk drawer, and like in the junk drawer was all the toys that they broke. They're like, if we break it, we'll just stick it in the junk drawer. Eventually Dad will find it and put it together. But it was like this little gotcha machine thing that we got in Japan. We got all these little gotcha figurines when we were in Japan. And my son got one that it's a mouse with chainsaw arms. So
Is
like
it from manga or something? Or I'm not familiar.
Couldn't tell you.
It sounds awesome. Japan has the best stuff.
It's just oh my God, all the machines are just random shit. But think like Ash from Evil Dead. Right?
Yes.
And how he's got like the chainsaw arm, but it's both arms and it's a little mouse. And so they snapped the chainsaw off this mouse. So I'm sitting there this morning, I'm gluing the thing together, and I'm just like, I've just got super glue film everywhere.
It's the worst trying to like wash it off too. It takes days, and sometimes you take skin with it, especially in this dry weather.
It's not good. It's not good.
Hey, are you enjoying this episode of Megadad's Live? Because if you are, and you're not a member of Megadad's Boost, you can support this channel and help us make more great content by going to patreon.com/Megadads and pledging $1 to become a member of Megadad's Boost. Members of Megadad's Boost not only support the channel and help us make all the great stuff here at Megadad's, but you get some perks along the way as well, including every episode of Megadad's Live boosted 5 days early and completely ad-free. So instead of waiting until the end of the week for your Megadad's Live, get it to kick off your Mondays. Simply go to patreon.com/Megadads to join up. Our members of Megadad's Boost for the month of March 2026 are as follows: Dave Soto, Jesse Waldack, Eric Wood, Luke Porter, Bafo Yucks Dudes, David Snyder, the Nintendo Dads Podcast, Justin Masson, The Snack Network, Estuardo Zenteno, John DiFrancesco, Brent, Emily Smith, Spokes, Joseph, Craig Campbell, and Andy Penzick. We thank all the members of Megadad's Boost for making this podcast happen, and we welcome you to join the ranks. Again, it only takes $1 a month. Go to patreon.com/Megadads to become a member of Megadad's Boost today. And now, back to the show. But what is good is the super positives. Megadad's being super positive. It's Megadad's Super Positive, where we talk about the things that are bringing us joy in our life, the things that are uplifting us. And for me, it's got to be that I'm alive because I have been incredibly sick for the last week, which is why there was no podcast last week. People have noticed there's been a drought in the Megadad's content feed. Super apologies
but my super positive is I'm alive. Don't know what I had, but it knocked me on my ass. And unfortunately, my wife is getting a little bit of the cough right now.
No, it's the worst.
I'm on the tail end of it. So I'm like, God, are we just going to do this daisy chain of I'm okay, then you're sick, then you're okay, then I'm sick?
The kids are healthy, right?
Kids have fantastic immune systems. We're just like filling them up with nothing but like candy and cinnamon rolls, and they're okay. But I have a question that has stemmed from all this. It is a source of contention in my marriage. When you're sick and you've got all the phlegm and the mucus and it's been like a nonstop Kleenex resupply. But my question is, when you're in the bathroom and you blow in your nose, you've got a garbage can, you've got a toilet. Where do you dispense?
Flush it. Flush it. Here's why. Because all that crap that comes out of your sinuses and your nose is infectious. And there's particle matter when you blow your nose. It doesn't always make it all into the Kleenex. It's kind of like any fluid that comes out of you really should just go in the toilet.
Thank you. That is absolutely my point. Plus, it's fucking gross. Like, you're going to put a wadded up goober in the trash can that you're going to have to empty later. Yeah. My wife will blow her nose and put it in the garbage can. I'm like, you filthy human, what are you doing? Like, that would be like,
Are you a normal functioning family where you empty your bathroom trash every single week religiously?
We empty it, yeah.
We usually have a Target bag in there that we pull on garbage night, but there was a point in survival mode where it went 2 weeks and the fucker's like spilling all over it. Can you imagine garbage or boogers all over? Yeah, no.
Oh, disgusting. So
gross.
It's the official Megadad's consensus that out of your nose, down the toilet. That's how we do it. Thank you. I appreciate that affirmation. Yeah. What's your super positive, Eric?
It's kind of comedic. So this winter has been largely pretty terrible, just with life and how busy and how much I've had going on. But trying to survive these colder moments, a couple of weeks back, or maybe it was a month, when we had that stretch of below zero for felt like a month.
Yeah.
I was running out of ideas how to keep these kids sane on the weekends.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up taking my 5-year-old to Sky Zone, which if you don't know what Sky Zone is, it's like an indoor trampoline park. And I'm usually, I would say I'm never in shape per se, but there are points in my life in the summer where I get kind of back into a groove for cardio. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's not there. Within 5 minutes, 5 minutes of being dad, trying to be cool on a trampoline park, my son says, let's go jump in the foam pit.
Oh, God.
So I don't know if you've ever done it.
Oh, I've done it.
I don't know if I advise it at our age unless you're fit. But climbing out of the foam pit, there's no ladder. There's no elevating, things to step on. It's you versus the foam, and it's your body weight.
Yeah.
So it's a full body workout getting out of that foam pit. It was insane. So I landed like a ton of bricks in that foam pit. Fortunately, I got out on my own, but my stepdad, jumped in, and he's in his 60s. It almost took all of us to pull him out of there in a specialized pulley system or something.
Your stepdad jumped into that shit?
He did. He made it out on his own. I'm just kidding.
Wow.
But, yeah, we could have filmed that shit for TikTok as a fail or something. Yeah, unless you're conditioned, trampoline park. I don't know.
And it's not even just a stamina thing. It's a flexibility thing because
you don't want to tear an ACL or something.
You'll fucking throw your back out easy doing that kind of stuff.
That's what happened to my back.
I'm just like you, where we go to those places and I'm like, I'm a big kid. I'm going to do this too. And you think that just jumping up and down and spring loading your body would be fine and safe.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, I go to that Sky Zone place. I walk out in pain. Get me the icy hot.
I will say, I got the "you're the best dad ever" thing after, so that's my super positive moment.
There you
go. I felt really good as a dad, and we ended up going to some more indoor playgrounds And it's just I don't know. They're usually a germ pit, but go at open after they've cleaned everything.
Yeah.
You're the first germs in there.
Yeah.
And neither of our kids got sick because of it. So that's the super positive moment.
I will say, as much as I kind of don't like going to Sky Zone because they're like, it's like, you want the subscription, you want the membership,
Yeah,
you're
it's
gonna come jump all the
payment.
time, right?
Mhm.
But I will say, compared to like other indoor play areas,
Mhm.
our Sky Zone at least is pretty damn clean. You would
You guys
think it
have
would.
the zip line at yours?
No,
We don't
no.
either. I've seen it on YouTube, and it's like our Sky Zone sucks compared to some of these bigger.
I would do some zip lining. That shit sounds rad.
Into a foam pit though, if you fall.
Oh, well, fuck that. No, I would snap in half.
Megadads is for everyone who loves gaming and the community that surrounds it. We're all about fun, fully grown, and we want you to be a part of everything we've got going on here. So what do you get when you subscribe to youtube.com/Megadads? Weekly podcasts from your favorite Megadads personalities, reviews on the latest games, reaction and analysis on the latest industry news, Gameplay Thursday videos showing off what we do on the sticks, travel logs from our trips around the world, small talk segments where we try new things with our kids, live community events like our holiday specials, and so much more each and every single day. You don't want to miss a minute of the fun. New Megadads videos drop each and every weekday, whether it's our long-form content like Megadads Live, or maybe it's one of our short series like Off the Shelf, a look at retro gaming. Please subscribe to youtube.com/Megadads today and tell your friends to come too. We're building something great here at youtube.com/Megadads, so subscribe today and be a part of Fun Fully Grown. This is Megadads.
All right. Well, that's our super positives. That's what we're feeling good about. Now, this is going to be an interesting episode of Megadads Live because normally I have Antonio here with me. This kind of feels like I'm cheating on him a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm double timing Antonio. It's kind of exciting.
No freeway either, so we
giving
get
me a little bit of
one-on-one
a thrill
time
here.
Yeah.
But typically, Antonio will play in just horrible games, terrible games. He has the worst sense of gaming that of anybody I've ever met. And so he'll come and he'll bring his shitty games that I don't want to hear about and I have no interest in ever playing. And then I'll come and I'll bring my games that are great that he doesn't want to hear about because he doesn't like playing good games. But this week, ladies and gentlemen, Eric and I played the same game. This never happens on Megadads Live.
No.
We played the same game. We both completed it. So we have very in-depth thoughts on Resident Evil 9 Requiem.
Felt that one, huh?
Spoilers or no spoilers? Need to know.
I'm gonna say let's do like mild spoilers. Let's not like spoil major.
Let's not spoil the ending.
points.
Let's leave the ending intact.
Yeah.
But if you have not played the game, this is your fair warning to maybe turn this episode off.
Mm-hmm.
Play the game or finish the game, and then come back and listen, because the events that transpire, I would be pissed if I read it ahead of time or heard it ahead of time.
That's a very good point. The marketing on this game, we'll just start right there. The marketing of Resident Evil 9 Requiem, they obviously first rolled this out. This is Grace's story. She's an all-new protagonist, all-new story, all-new location. And then further on down the line, they unveiled that Leon is a secondary playable character. And not only that, but you're going back to Raccoon City, which I'm kind of surprised that they dropped that in the marketing. I don't think it was necessary to sell this game in any way at all.
Mm-mm.
And that moment, even knowing that it's coming when it happens, as a legacy Resident Evil player, has played all the games,
Yes.
it still really hit. I can only imagine what it would have been like if I didn't know.
So here's the thing. I stayed. The only couple trailers that I saw ahead of launch were one where I saw Leon, and I shut it off. I didn't want to know. So I did see them tease Raccoon City, but it seemed to me like it was going to be in a flashback or a cinematic. I didn't think we would actually go there.
Yeah. Well,
I'm
you go
so
there.
happy we did.
You absolutely go there. Let's give our general thoughts, and then we'll kind of deep dive into things. First of all, I think this is the best usage of zombies that the game has ever had, both in the sense that they act differently. They act very independently. They
They have
retain some of the,
personalities that have been retained.
yeah, they retain their memories. They have a little bit of personality, which also kind of feeds into like how they attack you for certain ones. They're kind of like mini boss esque. There's
Singing lady, man.
the singing lady who like screams and pierces your ears, and as a tinnitus sufferer, I was triggered by that shit. That was not okay. I put bullets in that bitch's head so fast. I was like,
Amen.
do not mess with my ears. Then there's the chef guy who comes at you with the big butcher knives. My favorite was the overeater.
Oh
They're-
yeah, the
they're-
big fat fucker.
A big fat fucker who
Are we
like,
talking about the one that's roaming the halls at first, like in the road center care center?
well, there's
whatever.
actually there are two of them, right? It's like a
Well,
don't you
there's
feel
one.
like
Yeah, they're brothers. They're
Yeah.
brothers. So there's one in the Grace campaign or spot, and then there's one after that where Leon's in the attics.
Yeah.
Fun story. You could craft those little I forget what they are, the purple ones, and you could just walk up behind them.
Oh
and
yeah, the
lace
little
them up with those. Takes 3. He done.
Are you kidding me?
I'm dead serious. He just melts into a pile of goop. It's awesome.
That's amazing.
No bullets necessary.
I really just appreciate it. I think it was kind of it's a little bit at the expense of having really good boss fights. I don't think there are many good boss fights in this game. But I think the individuality of the zombies really shakes up the moment to moment encounters in a way that I thought was exceptional. What did you think
Yes.
about the zombies?
So the zombies are definitely a strong point. As somebody who usually finishes, rolls credits on the game, and just starts again and goes, this time I did not. I actually went back to Resident Evil 2, the remake. And it's interesting, you talk about the zombies. The zombies in 2 are awesome. Like, they're just
Yeah.
so good. You see them in cop uniforms and all sorts of stuff, and you see a lot of that coming back. I think what I liked is that 7 and 8 were such a departure from the series. They're just so different. There's really not a zombie
Yeah.
per se. So it was really refreshing to see them go back and do that in the care center. Seeing the doctor with the chainsaw and shit, like
Yep.
the cleaning lady, she's mumbling to herself. You've got all that. I love that. And then I was a little curious how once you get to Raccoon City, like what was going to be the enemy.
Yeah.
Like what was going to be the enemy in that area. And they're like dust zombies or something, and they did it. They nailed it. It was a little weak, but it was still cool because they were that lifeless, soulless garbage from number 1.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, they shake up the moment to moment combat really well throughout the whole game, and they do it in a way that's like there's obviously the difference between playing as Grace and playing as Leon.
Yeah.
Grace is more of a classic survival horror. She's got limited resources. She's terrified. What I thought was an exceptional attention to detail is early on in the game when she's really pissing her pants,
Yeah.
her hand will tremble.
Shake.
It's
she can't
so-
aim. She
it's
can't
so
aim when she's got
good.
the lighter out. The lighter's flickering, and yeah, they really nailed it. It's I don't know. I'm trying to do a ranking, and I just don't know if it's wise because there's so many good games in this franchise, and it kind of just like, holy shit! If you've never played Resident Evil, get going because 0 to San 6 sucks, but
Mhm.
the whole experience of all these games, and then the culmination in 9.
Yeah.
I mean, that leads to your second point. It's like, good lord.
They do such a it feels like a 10. It feels like a Resident Evil 10, right? Like they kind of bridge all of it in big ways like Raccoon City and Leon, in small ways, in like little Easter egg ways.
So many Easter eggs.
So many
I
Easter eggs.
think IGN or somebody released an article. There's like 27 callback Easter eggs that there were certainly a few I even missed. Like there's in a closet, I didn't miss this one. You can actually see the first case of the Resident Evil game that says PlayStation on it.
Are you kidding?
I forget where it is. Yeah, I forget where it was. That's in there. There's a lot, and I love that. There's always Easter eggs in these Capcom games, but this one feels like they went all out. And to your point, Resident Evil 10 is going to be nuts.
Yes, it is. There are big moments, obviously, where, like I said, we're not going to spoil major plot points, but there are enemies from the past that come back, bosses from games prior that they're hinted to, but even. And they've shown this in the trailer. You go to Raccoon City Police Department, and you come across puzzles that you solved in Resident Evil 2.
Yeah, the desk.
Or even items that you used. The power jack that you use in the library in Resident Evil 2. You use it again in this game for just kind of like a throwaway moment, but it does that thing where it just makes the hairs stand on end, where you're like, oh my God.
Even the walk up to the police department, that step down and step up is notorious in the intro of Resident Evil. Like, the fact that it was in there, that you went the same way you went into, was amazing. I do wish we had a little more time in the police department, to be honest. It did, and I think that gets kind of into the pacing stuff, too.
Yeah. Talk about the pacing of this game.
So the first half of the game in the care center, which, be honest, I wanted more of the care center. I wanted more doors to go into. I mean, it was complex, but it needed more. The first half of the game, pacing-wise, experience-wise, everything was like a 9.5 out of 10 for me. Like, loved it. I thought that once you got out and once you got to the walk-up to the PD, that area with the gas station and all that, and I won't get too much into what you see there, but it was so bland and so boring, and it just like it thrusts you into Leon, and it feels like you're playing Mercenaries mode because they've got a score ticker, and you've got to like do shit to get enough points to unlock X, Y, and Z. And there's a certain point where you're just like, you're so overpowered, it's not even funny.
Yeah, it's interesting. I played this with Elliot, and midway through that section, he's like, I just want to be Grace again. Mm-hmm. And that's so interesting because, I mean, honestly, I kind of felt a little bit the same because, as you said, it just kind of turns into a game, like a straight up action game.
Yeah, and that was always my problem with Resident Evil 4 getting such praise, is because it's a really good action game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
the story is a decent Resident Evil game. The execution is a great game, but this is where Capcom seems to fall apart in their last several games. Is like they have a really strong opening. Look at Biohazard 7. One of the best first halves of a game ever. And then it's just like, what the fuck are we doing here? Don't even get me started on Village. But I mean, there is some redeeming qualities in the pacing. Once you get past the gate, I feel like it takes off again, and then it kind of falls apart at the orphanage. As creepy as it is, it was poorly executed.
Yeah.
But then it's great again until the end.
Yeah, then you get it does that wonderful thing that all Resident Evils do, where it's like it starts you off feeling, oh shit, I gotta watch my bullets, I gotta watch my health, and then it ramps up, gets more actiony. They kit you out a little bit. You end up in an underground lab. Like, it does all the things.
Yes.
And once you get to that lab, fuck.
Yeah,
oh my god.
Nuts. Game goes nuts.
Game goes absolutely nuts. I'll just say liquors. I just gotta say liquors.
Ceiling liquors.
And there's nothing like that moment where you know you're coming up on like the end game. You're in this lab, you're exploring all the really great technology.
The attention to detail in the lab too, because like it felt like the future, but all the computers and everything in there was like tech from the 90s.
Yep.
And I appreciated that so much, that like they had cared enough to make it like, it kind of reminded me of RE2. But like it felt futuristic, but it also felt like it really was covered for as many decades as it was.
Umbrella spends a ridiculous amount of money on doors.
They're worse than our government. How many trillions?
The trillions of dollars on cool doors. I gotta say, and I love the fact that this game knows what it is. It's advanced itself in its storytelling, and it's obviously its graphics. The engine is fucking
Oh my
absurd.
god, dude! I played on PC. I played on handheld, and then I played on PC. And when I fired up the PC and enabled something called path tracing, I've never seen lighting and graphics like that in my life. How is the RE engine so capable? Like, it's playable on the Switch too. It's playable everywhere, and it looks amazing and plays amazing.
From the moment you start this game up and you're walking down the city streets as Grace, it's just like, oh, this is going to be a feast. This is going to be feast. But Resident Evil knows what it is. So
Yes,
it's still
they do.
got, you're in the care center, and for some reason there's a door that you got to insert like these 3 cubes. That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Right.
Who would do that?
The
They don't
wonky
care.
Resident Evil lore. I love it.
Yeah, they lean into that. It's got all of that stuff still in it. I would say this is probably top 3 Resident Evil for me.
It sits at 3 for me. I actually go remake 2.
Yep.
And then I go 1. I could subcode Veronica X for 1, but I'm gonna stick with 1, and then I go 9, and then code Veronica X.
So where do you think this franchise goes from here? What do you
Without
think is
spoilers?
next? You think we're going another remake, maybe 2?
Yeah. So unfortunately, it sounds like Capcom's plans leaked. It sounds like we're getting an we're getting a Code Veronica X remake in 27, which is super exciting to me because it's one of my favorite games in the series, and I think a lot of people slept on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And some of the lore in that game and boss fights are the best in the entire series, in my opinion. And I think they'll do. It sounds like they're gonna do a 1 remake, which I'm super pumped about because even the GameCube version, the remake, and the one that's you can get today still holds up. But a modernization of controls on the RE engine of 1, I can't even fathom how good that's gonna be. But then I think they'll go into a 10. They've got to. But who's coming back? Because we had this conversation, or I had this conversation in a side chat with my buddies. Resident Evil's notorious for introducing a character and then you never see him again.
Yeah.
That can't happen to Grace.
But
what do they do with Grace? She's human.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but I mean, I think they've been doing this whole. It's crazy that this franchise is as storied as it is, right? Like, it's what, 30 years? Is it 30 years?
Yeah.
And they have so many characters, like you said, that they've just dumped off. You talked about Resident Evil 6, which is a bad game, but I will say,
story is a good game.
My favorite part about 6 was a character that you never saw again, and it was Wesker's kid.
Yep.
I thought Jake Wesker was so fucking dope. He was so cool.
Yes, he was.
And I would love to see him come back. What would be your wish list?
God, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I want a Claire Redfield reappearance, but I don't want to spoil anything in 9. But I was praying for a Jill Valentine cameo at the end, with all the different like hinted at factions involved in this story. I thought for sure we would hear about like Sergeant Valentine or something or whatever it may be, or I don't know rankings. I'm terrible at that, but
it gets into Danger Zone because with the amount of protagonists
can't do too much.
Then
you're at 6 again.
And you're at 6 exactly. So I don't know. I would love to see this big super Avengers, style. You got Leon, you got Claire, you got Jill, but like how they do that effectively, I don't know.
I don't know. They're gonna. It sounds like there was also some cut set pieces that people found in the code of the mansion. They're gonna have you go back to the mansion in 9.
Oh wow!
But because they got the green light on the Resident Evil 1 remake, this is all hearsay.
Sure.
But they cut that section because they didn't want to spoil assets being reused for the 1 remake.
What do you think about the length of this game? Going into it, I had heard that it was much bigger than people expected, but I cleared it in like 11 hours.
I got it in 9, but I played on dad mode. I was pretty thorough. I played on casual my first rip because I like to learn the game, and then I'll go kill it on standard, and then maybe I'll try it on hardcore or insanity, whatever they're calling it. The early talk was that it was a 16-hour game, and I was like, shit, that's a long game, but that sounds like 4. That sounds 4 was a longer game. I know they can all be cleared in 2 hours if you know what you're doing.
Right.
Goes back to the pacing thing. I think it was just about right.
Yeah.
Of course I wanted more, but we'll get DLC. I don't know. There's that back half just starts. It's like peaks and valleys, right?
Right.
Yeah, I think it was pretty good. I got it in 9. I would imagine if I was playing on standard and not on dad mode, and I didn't play 12 hours in 2 days, because they configure your game time without the cutscenes at the end. And there's no S ranking, there's no A ranking.
I thought that was really interesting. Yeah,
that's one of my knocks. But yeah, I think it was just about perfect. Any more might have got tiring.
I think so too, and I think that the stuff that you can unlock and purchase for your next play run, like the weapons,
it's encouraging to keep playing.
I am not the kind of guy who will start right back up, but when I saw some of the stuff that I can get to play through again, I'm like, God, am I gonna?
I bought all the guns right away because I want to try new guns, and I was like, fuck, I should have not bought the guns and unlocked enough for unlimited ammo. But once you get unlimited ammo, it kind of takes away the fun.
And then it takes a little bit out of it. Yeah. So Resident Evil 9 Requiem, it is a beast. It is fantastic.
I'm settling at a 9 out of 10. That's after a week away. I'm going a 9.
You've had some time. You got to get your second playthrough in. Then get back to me.
Fine.
We have a review coming up on the YouTube site. Elliot and I did a review of it after we rolled credits. And
I'm curious to see his takes. That's awesome that you let him play him.
He's always got the interesting takes. Well, let's talk about that for a second. As far as maturity, this is a bloody, gross,
bloodiest in the series.
It is nasty,
and it's not close.
A lot of F-bombs. Probably not the best game to play with your kids. My son and I, we go through these things together. We understand what you see, not real life.
Yeah.
Don't repeat it, that kind of thing. A little challenging for him. We did play it in the normal mode. So normally I'm an easy mode guy. I'm a casual mode, but I don't know. For some reason, we just ripped through this one.
This program is powered by Megadad's Boost, our public support program. You can join at patreon.com/Megadads. For over 10 years, Megadads has been bringing you the best in podcasts, reviews, interviews, family fun, and so much more. As an independent media organization, we rely on audience members like you to help support what we do, to ensure that Megadads can continue to bring you the great content that you enjoy. If you've been watching, listening, or playing along through the years, please consider lending your support by becoming a member of Megadads Boost. Memberships start for as little as $1 a month, and you can start collecting your Boost rewards from day one. Rewards like art cards, early access podcasts, reviews, gameplay clips, and so much more. Please visit patreon.com/Megadads and become a member today. You can help us continue to make more of that Megadads coverage you've loved over the last 10 years well into the future by becoming a member of Megadads Boost.
I heard it wasn't that bad, actually.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad. So that's Resident Evil 9, and that sound right there is the caboose, where we give you a recommendation of something that we've been enjoying. Eric, I'll let you go first. What's in your caboose?
Arc Raiders caboose? Or, no, just kidding. If you haven't played Arc Raiders, you hide your stuff in your ass. But I'm going to go with a video game because it was a video game that I talked about being hyped about in our Megadads 2025 recap and what we're looking forward to in gaming. And I picked this game, but after that episode, I was like, shit, do I actually really want to play that? Is that really a $69.99 game? And I didn't pre-order. Thursday night, I couldn't sleep at 3-4 a.m. because my kiddo had an ear infection and we were just up. I reached
when you make
Switch
all
2.
the best purchasing decisions. By the way.
And back at Black Friday and Christmas, I had bought those Nintendo vouchers from Costco, and I stacked I was able to get several $100s worth and save like $150. It doesn't exist anymore. So I had all this money in my Nintendo Shop eFunds, and I'm like, fuck it, let's just buy it. So I bought it. It's called Pocopia, or Pocopia as people say it, but it's clearly Pocopia. It is a game that, as an ADHD person, I really struggle with. Okay. Just like any of those games that have a building component, or you got to get creative. But I was like, I gotta do this, and here's why: 2020, the downfall of humanity with COVID. We got Animal Crossing on Nintendo Switch. It changed gaming for a while, and this is a culmination of Dragon Quest Builders 2, Minecraft, Animal Crossing, Pokemon. There's a farming component. There's vegetables. There is so much happening, and I'm so overwhelmed, but it is magical. And there's so much mystery. Yes, dude, it's actually, it's shockingly good. And it's selling out everywhere, kind of like Resident Evil 9 did.
Yeah.
Physical copies are getting hard to find, and it's a game key card, so I don't get that. But, it's great. And you can visit islands and shit at a certain point. I'm not very far. I'm 3.5 hours. And it makes me smile, and that's what gaming should do, especially nowadays.
Well, I need to know what the level of Psyduck this game has.
I haven't found them yet, but there's water areas. Okay. You'll get up. You can scale up in the game. You can scale down like Minecraft, and you can see where you can go. And there's definitely going to be a Psyduck.
Okay. That's all I want in my life, is to be next door neighbors with a Psyduck. So
God, you and Psyduck, man.
I don't fuck around with my Psyduck.
Do you like Drowsy? Because I put Drowsy and Psyduck kind of in the same boat.
I don't know anything about any other Pokemon. All right,
that's fair.
All I know is it's a duck that's got some sort of mental complex.
Yes.
It's the same thing with my affinity for Charlie Brown. You give me a cute cartoon character who's a chronic depressant, that's my shit.
Me. Check out Quaxley. Google Quaxley. He's another duck Pokemon you may really like.
All right. I'm down with that.
Not as depressed, but cute.
My caboose. I am so excited about this as an old, and we're talking about shit that comes back. It's our Resident Evil episode. It's a throwback episode. They've brought back Scrubs, which was one of my favorite shows in the 90s. Scrubs is back with most of its original cast. It's back in the hospital. It jettisoned the season 9 train wreck disaster, and this show is delightful. It's a different Scrubs. It feels it feels similar. They've got the same characters and things like that, but this is a different kind of Scrubs. It's less goofy. It's a little bit more tender. Yeah. And have you watched it?
Just the first episode.
The end of the first episode, when Turk has his moment in the parking lot talking about the joy getting sapped from his day-to-day life, fucking wrecked me as a person.
That's reality.
It is absolute reality. And that's what the show always did really well. It was super silly, but it also tapped into some really good dramatic storytelling somehow. And this new Scrubs really, for those of us who have gone on this journey of life and are older and have seen a lot of the things that from our youth kind of come and go or change, that's what the show's really tuning into. It is a show for us older folks. And I love it. If you loved Scrubs and if you're older like us, you gotta watch it. It's streaming on Hulu if you don't watch it live on ABC, but it is scheduled viewing for me right now. I'm watching it the night it airs, when it airs, just
That's the best feeling.
Just like the old days. Yep. Oh shit, Scrubs is coming on. Let's all get around the TV. I think they've got a 9-episode run coming for this first season, but it had really good.
Oh yeah, the reviews are strong out the gate, and it's on Hulu. Hulu needs more good shit.
Mm-hmm. So I highly recommend Scrubs. It is fantastic.
Yeah, chef's kiss for sure.
And that's going to do it for this episode of Mega Dads Live. Thank you so much for watching on YouTube, listening on the audio feed. Make sure that you subscribe, you like, you join us in the Discord. all that great stuff. And if you feel like supporting, you can become a member of Megadad's Boost for only $1 a month. Get every episode of Megadad's Live 5 days early. 5 days early, ad-free. Eric, thank you so much for sitting in for...
It's an honor, my sir, and a pleasure.
It was great to talk about a good game with somebody
Facts.
who's played a game. So we'll see you next week for an all-new episode of Megadad's Live.